Archangel Michael says, the silence you feel around your home is not ordinary silence. Hidden within it lies the sound of eyes that have been tracking your every movement, every step, and every unspoken word. This is no accident, it is a sign that a truth long buried is about to come crashing into the light. For weeks, you may have sensed a strange energy lingering near your door, almost as if the air around your home held a weight too heavy to ignore. That was not your imagination, it was the pull of an unseen gaze trying to hold your spirit captive. What you are about to discover will prove that your suspicions were never wrong. Every shadow cast outside your window carries a story, and some of those stories are darker than you expect. Your neighbor's smile may have felt ordinary, but behind it hides intent that has been building silently with each passing day. They thought you would never know the truth, but heaven is revealing it now. Their watchful eyes have not been guided by kindness, but by a burning obsession to know everything about you. Each glance, each whisper, each silent stare has been calculated to pierce your peace of mind. What they fail to realize is that light always exposes the darkness they try to hide in. Type Amen to get blessing 333. The truth is, their focus on you began long before you noticed. Quietly, they began measuring your life, studying your steps, and memorizing your routines. What they learned shocked them, but it also created an unsettling hunger within them. They want something you carry, something divine, something rare, something not visible to every eye. They can sense your blessings even when you remain unaware of the magnitude of your own destiny. Their jealousy is cloaked in curiosity, but the fire underneath cannot be disguised any longer. You may wonder why their eyes never rest, why their attention always lingers. It is because your existence disrupts the shadows they dwell in. They see a glow around you, a light they can't extinguish, and it leaves them both fascinated and enraged. The heavens want you to know this, their gaze is not innocent, and their silence is not harmless. They are preparing to act upon the thoughts they've been hiding. But fear not, the shield of the divine is already positioned around you. Type Amen to get blessing 444. Archangel Michael says, your protection has already been called upon, and every watchful stare is being recorded in the higher realms. Their intentions cannot slip through unnoticed, no matter how cleverly they disguise them. What they plan in the dark will backfire in the light. Your neighbor believes they have control over what they see, but what they don't realize is that heaven has control over what they do. They may watch you closely, but they cannot touch the protection that covers you. Their gaze is nothing compared to the fire of the angels surrounding you. Comment now if you feel the heaviness of these eyes, because acknowledging it breaks part of its power. Silence empowers the one who spies, but truth empowers the one who sees through the veil. And today, heaven has chosen to lift that veil for you. The divine has declared, you will not live under hidden surveillance, you will not be drained by their intentions, and you will not suffer in silence. Your blessing is too large to be stolen, your destiny too great to be rewritten, and your spirit too strong to be broken. Type Amen to get blessing 555. They thought no one knew. They believed the walls of secrecy would keep their actions safe. But every look, every thought, every silent plan has already been exposed before the throne of heaven. This is why you have felt restless, why your nights carried unease, why your spirit whispered warnings while your mind doubted them. Those whispers were divine alerts, guiding you to see what your natural eyes could not. Their watching is not just curiosity, it is preparation. They are searching for an opening, a weakness, a moment when your guard is lowered. But the moment you open your eyes to this truth, their plan loses its strength. Even now, a shift is happening. The same eyes that sought to control your story are now being blinded by the very light they feared. Your awareness is your weapon, and your faith is your shield. Type Amen to get blessing 666. The moment you realize that your neighbor's eyes have been fixed on you, the atmosphere around your home begins to make sense. That uneasy feeling when you step outside, the sense that the air is heavier than it should be, it all connects. You were never imagining it, you were sensing a truth that others hoped you would ignore. Their attention has crossed the line of curiosity and slipped into obsession. They have taken notes in their mind, mapping your life like a secret diary written without your permission. This is why your spirit has felt invaded even when no one has spoken a word. The heavens are alerting you now so that you are no longer caught in the shadows of their watchfulness. They cannot steal your peace once you recognize their motives. And when you stand strong, their power to unsettle you will crumble into nothing. Archangel Michael says, the exposure of their secret will not only protect you but also reveal how chosen you truly are. No one stares with such intensity unless they see greatness they cannot possess. And that greatness is already written over you. Type Amen to get blessing 777. Your neighbor thought they could remain hidden, blending their actions with normal daily gestures. But they underestimated the light of heaven that uncovers even the smallest detail. Nothing remains invisible when divine timing declares it is time to reveal. Now you understand why certain conversations reached their ears even though you never told them. Why some of your private matters seem to slip into the air outside your door. Their ears were open because their eyes had already been fixed on you. This revelation is not to create fear but to awaken strength. The truth is not your enemy, it is your liberation. And today, the truth has chosen you. Comment now if you feel the release of knowing you were never imagining these signs. Heaven speaks because heaven defends. You are not alone, you are surrounded by light. Type Amen to get blessing 888. What you carry is precious, and jealousy has been brewing in the shadows of your neighbor's heart. They do not envy your possessions, they envy your destiny. They see what is unseen by most people, the divine hand guiding your steps. Each time they looked, they weren't just observing, they were comparing. Their life felt smaller next to yours, and instead of seeking their own blessing, they tried to study yours. They believed that watching you could reveal the source of your favor. But what they don't understand is that your blessing cannot be copied. It is sealed with your name, written by divine order, and protected by angels who fight unseen battles on your behalf. No amount of observation can change that truth. Your destiny was crafted before their envy was even born. Their watchful eyes cannot bend what heaven has made unbreakable. And their jealousy will turn into their own lesson. Type Amen to get blessing 999. Archangel Michael says, you were chosen to walk through this moment not to fear it, but to conquer it. Each gaze sent toward you is being reversed and transformed into evidence of your strength. Their watch is proof of your worth. This is why you must not hide or shrink yourself out of fear. The very thing that makes them stare is the same thing that will elevate you beyond their reach. Your spirit shines too brightly to be dimmed. There is a moment coming when their silence will break, when their hidden motives will stumble into the open. You will hear things, you will see signs, and you will realize that heaven has been guiding you with precision all along. Comment if you feel that shift already in your spirit. You are stepping into clarity, and with clarity comes freedom. Your neighbor's watchfulness has no grip on a soul that walks in truth. Type Amen to get blessing 1010. The walls of your home have felt heavy at times, almost as if unseen eyes were pressing against them. That heaviness was not random, it was the silent weight of constant surveillance. But today, the veil is ripped apart, and the truth is standing boldly before you. They believed you would never notice. They believed your trust in them, or your innocence toward them, would blind you forever. But heaven has declared that their hidden watch has expired, and their actions must now come into the light. When you walked outside and felt chills though the air was calm, it was your spirit warning you. When your intuition whispered at night that something was not right, it was the echo of heaven preparing you. Now those whispers are turning into a trumpet of truth. Archangel Michael says, do not underestimate this revelation. It has come at this exact moment because you are stepping into a season where no shadow can follow you unnoticed. What was concealed must collapse before your rising. Type Amen to get blessing 1111. Your neighbor's eyes have been searching for answers they will never find. They think your glow comes from material things, but it comes from the divine hand resting over your life. That hand cannot be copied, stolen, or explained away. Each night they wonder why their plans do not prosper, while you continue to rise. What they fail to understand is that staring at your blessing does not transfer it to them. The blessing they covet was never meant to rest upon their shoulders. Instead of watering their own garden, they have been gazing at yours. And in doing so, they have blinded themselves to the fruit of their own potential. Jealousy has chained them, but freedom has chosen you. Comment below if you feel the release of knowing you are divinely shielded. The truth is your sword, and it cuts through every lie that has surrounded you. You are rising above their gaze. Type Amen to get blessing 1212. They thought silence would protect them, but silence only exposed them more. Every time they chose to watch rather than speak, their energy betrayed their true intentions. Heaven has already documented every hidden glance and every quiet scheme. You may have wondered why you felt drained after seeing them. That is because their eyes were pulling, trying to draw from your spirit what they could never hold. But the more they tried, the stronger heaven fortified you. The protection over your life is not fragile, it is unshakable. No matter how close their eyes watch, they cannot cross the barrier set by angels. What belongs to you is untouchable. Archangel Michael says, you will soon see their face reveal what their mouth refuses to say. The weight of their own watching will break them. And in that moment, your victory will shine without you needing to lift a hand. Type Amen to get blessing 1313. The time has come for their intentions to collapse under truth. They wanted to know your secrets, but now their own will be uncovered. What they built in silence will be shattered in exposure. Do not be afraid of what you learn in the coming days. Every piece of information is designed to strengthen you, not harm you. Heaven does not reveal to break you, but to prepare you. They will no longer hide behind polite smiles or false kindness. Their eyes will betray them, and their spirit will tremble in your presence. Because when light walks in, darkness cannot disguise itself. Comment if you are ready to walk boldly into this truth. Your strength is awakening, and your spirit is unshakable. What they planned against you is dissolving before your eyes. Type Amen to get blessing 1414. The atmosphere is shifting around you, and you can already feel it in subtle ways. The unease that used to weigh you down is now transforming into clarity. Where once there was confusion, there is now revelation. Your neighbor's eyes no longer carry the same power they once held. What was hidden in their gaze has been dismantled by the light of heaven. The truth has stripped them of their silent control. They may still try to watch, but every look now bounces back against the shield surrounding you. Their energy has lost its grip, and their hidden plans are scattering like dust in the wind. What they once thought was power has become nothing more than weakness. Archangel Michael says, the reason you are being shown this now is because the next chapter of your destiny requires no hidden chains. No unseen eyes will be allowed to control what belongs to you. Freedom has been written over your life. Type Amen to get blessing 1515. You will notice signs in the coming days. Conversations will slip out of their mouth that reveal what they truly know. Their nervousness will grow as they realize you are no longer blind to their watchful ways. It will shock you how much they have studied about you. Small details you never shared will be echoed in their words. That is how you will know beyond doubt that this message was true. They wanted to keep you in the dark, but the dark cannot exist where light has entered. And you are now standing in the fullness of that light. The truth will guide every step you take moving forward. Comment if you are ready for this unveiling. Your strength is not in what you lost, but in what you are about to gain. Your victory is written and sealed. Type Amen to get blessing 1616. The moment you begin to embrace this truth, you also break free from their hidden influence. Their watchful eyes no longer hold power, because awareness cuts the cord of secrecy. And secrecy has always been their strongest weapon. You are no longer their silent target. You are a warrior rising into knowledge, shielded by unseen hands that never rest. Their hidden obsession will collapse under the weight of your recognition. Even now, they feel the trembling in their spirit. They know something has shifted, though they cannot explain it. What they once thought was control is slipping through their fingers. Archangel Michael says, rejoice in this moment. Their gaze cannot bend your destiny, their silence cannot hold your spirit, and their envy cannot rob your blessing. You are moving into a higher realm of protection. Type Amen to get blessing 1717. This exposure is not the end of your story, it is the beginning of your elevation. What was used against you is being transformed into proof of your favor. Every hidden glance was secretly announcing your greatness. Your neighbor may try to retreat, but the truth has already marked them. They cannot undo what has been revealed. The light will follow them until their intentions are exposed fully. You will not have to fight with words or actions. The divine will fight on your behalf, and their plans will collapse without your hand being raised. The more they tried to undermine you, the more heaven fortified you. Comment if you feel the peace that is coming with this revelation. You no longer carry the burden of wondering, you carry the strength of knowing. And knowing is freedom. Type Amen to get blessing 1818. The energy in your surroundings has already begun to reveal the truth. You will notice how your neighbor avoids direct contact now, as if the weight of their own actions is finally pressing back on them. Their eyes may still wander, but their spirit trembles each time you walk past. They once believed you were unaware, but your awareness has become their downfall. They underestimated the shield that walks with you, the unseen presence that warns your spirit even in silence. What they thought was hidden has been fully exposed. Their watchful eyes have drained them more than they drained you. The jealousy they carried has poisoned their own peace, leaving them restless while you rise higher. What they thought they were stealing has only multiplied in your favor. Archangel Michael says, this exposure was not meant to frighten you, but to free you. It is the turning of a page, the breaking of a cycle, and the lifting of chains that tried to hold your spirit captive. From this moment forward, their eyes no longer own your nights. Type Amen to get blessing 1919. Your spirit has carried burdens it did not deserve. Sleepless nights, sudden chills, moments where you felt the weight of a gaze piercing through unseen walls. But heaven has never abandoned you, not for a single moment. Now, the reason for that heaviness is clear. You are under silent observation, but not under silent defeat. And today, the voice of heaven has spoken louder than their secret watching ever could. Every single look directed toward you has been reversed into proof of your resilience. Instead of being weakened, you have been made stronger. Instead of being trapped, you have been set free. Comment now if you feel the freedom of this revelation in your heart. It is not an accident that you are reading this message. The timing is divine, the unveiling is perfect, and the protection is eternal. Type Amen to get blessing 2020. You may soon notice changes in how they behave. Their words will slip, their movements will stutter, their confidence will shatter in your presence. The truth always makes pretenders nervous. They may attempt to mask it with laughter or false kindness, but their eyes will betray them every time. Watch closely, for their silence will no longer feel calm, it will feel heavy with guilt. That is the weight of exposure. And when you see these signs, do not fear. It is only confirmation that you are walking in truth. It is evidence that your spirit has always been right. Archangel Michael says, when the exposure is complete, you will walk lighter than ever before. The fear of being watched will vanish, replaced with the certainty of being divinely defended. This is your breakthrough moment. Type Amen to get blessing 2121. What they meant for harm has only turned into fuel for your destiny. Each stare meant to weaken you has been transformed into power that pushes you forward. Their envy has built your elevation. They cannot stop what heaven has written. Their eyes cannot block what angels are unlocking for you. You are stepping into a new atmosphere where no hidden gaze can reach. Already, doors are shifting open for you. Opportunities long delayed are now being released. And the same neighbor who stared will witness your rise with their own eyes. Comment now if you feel that shift arriving. Your blessing is too heavy to be hidden, too strong to be stolen, too powerful to be silenced. You are unstoppable. Type Amen to get blessing 2222. Every moment of silence they spent observing you was recorded by heaven. Nothing was missed, not a single glance, not a single whisper in the dark. The record of their actions has already been sealed against them. Their intentions carried the weight of envy, and envy always leads to destruction. They thought their secret was safe, but the fire of truth has no mercy for deception. Now the eyes that watched you are being blinded by exposure. You will notice how the air feels different in your home. The heaviness is lifting, the fear is dissolving, and the unease is breaking apart. That is because their grip is being cut away. Archangel Michael says, "No weapon formed against you through silence or hidden eyes will stand." Your spirit is untouchable, your blessing unmovable, and your destiny unstoppable. This revelation is your shield. Type Amen to get blessing 2323. The whispers of your soul that told you something was wrong were never wrong. They were divine alerts, signals from heaven preparing you for this day. And today, you know without doubt that those alerts were guiding you into protection. Your neighbor's eyes were meant to intimidate you, but instead, they exposed their weakness. Only those who lack their own light try to steal from the glow of another. And your glow is too bright to be stolen. This exposure is a doorway into your freedom. You are no longer a silent target, you are an awakened warrior. You will walk into your future with confidence, no longer glancing behind your shoulder. Comment below if you feel this freedom rising in your heart. The chains of secrecy are shattered, and the veil has been torn. The truth belongs to you. Type Amen to get blessing 2424. In the days ahead, their discomfort will grow. The pressure of truth will sit heavy on them, and they will no longer be able to hide their intent. Their nervousness will betray them before their mouth does. Do not be surprised when they avoid your eyes, for the guilt inside them will burn too strong. Their silence will no longer feel calm, it will carry the weight of shame. That is how you will know the message was true. The heavens are not exposing this to frighten you but to empower you. You have been chosen to rise, and no hidden gaze can rob you of that destiny. What was used against you will serve as proof of your divine favor. Archangel Michael says, the more they watch, the more blessings will fall into your lap. Their envy has become the soil from which your greatness grows. And soon, even they will not be able to deny it. Type Amen to get blessing 2525. They thought you were blind, but your spirit was never blind. Even in silence, you saw through them. Even in darkness, your intuition carried the light of truth. Your neighbor may have thought they held control, but in truth, they were only digging their own pit. The more they watched, the deeper they buried themselves in their own schemes. And the moment of their collapse is near. The angels have been standing at your side all along, shielding you from harm. You were never unprotected, never abandoned, never forgotten. The eyes of envy were powerless against the eyes of heaven watching over you. Comment now if you feel the strength of this revelation. Your life is turning, your spirit is rising, and your destiny is unstoppable. What they meant for harm has become your victory. Type Amen to get blessing 2626.